welcome to my channel and my first video entirely. So I am a BJD collector from the United Kingdom. My name is Heidi. I've been in the hobby roughly 15 years now, although you wouldn't actually be able to tell that based on the number of dolls I have and how much stuff I have for them. In a nutshell, I've been in and out of the hobby in the last 8 or so years, selling everything and then coming back to it because I always gravitate back towards dolls because they are just like my Jupiter. They just draw me in every time. And the customization and the amount that you can change a doll from the ground up basically is just an aspect that always draws me back to them as an artist and somebody who enjoys sewing and creating things like little props and crafty bits and pieces. It's just such a fun hobby to be part of, even though I try and leave every time and then it just never works because I'm always just drawn back to it again and again and again. So here we are now with me coming back to the hobby after buying these dolls in roughly 2019. So I bought 2 Volks dolls from eBay in 2019, then did nothing with them for pretty much 2 years, and now you can see I'm actually starting to do something with them, and I've got 2 more dolls on the way, 2 boys in fact, because we can't just have girls. So this is Nell, and Nell is a Volks SD10 Kun. I got her very cheap on eBay. I was really lucky with the deal that I got. I've customised her myself, so I've given her a face up, and I've made all of her clothes. She is Morike, as you can see, and in the story that she's part of, she's actually a green witch that works with fairy magic, and is the manager of an esoteric shop in Glastonbury, of all places. So yeah, this is a really exciting hobby, and I'm really excited for my new boys, which are going to be turning up hopefully in the next few months. The waiting game is the hardest part of doll collecting. Sometimes these BJDs can take up to 4 or 5 months to produce, sometimes even longer, just because it's such a difficult process, and it is hard to wait all those months when you've ordered and you just want the doll in your hands now. I also have a Volks Emma who currently isn't customised. Her name is Nora. I'm in the process of giving her a new face up and creating clothes for her. So the 2 boys that I have on the way are a Lutz Grand Senior Delf Mars, who is going to be huge. He's like 75 centimetres, and I am concerned I may be crushed under the weight of him when he actually arrives. Send help. And also I've got an April Story Adrian on the way on a Popo, I think it's a 68 centimetre body, I'm not entirely sure, I'll know when he gets here. So I'm really excited. It's going to be great having boys again. I was primarily a boy collector in the past. In fact, I generally don't tend to bond with girls very much, although I have bonded quite well with Nell, which is really nice. I really like the fact that she's got this kind of Unoa look about her. I always liked the Unoas, but I didn't necessarily get on with MSD size. I do prefer the SD size and larger apparently. So yeah, there is that aspect. One of the things that I really like about that size is that it's easier to get details in things. I have had MSDs in the past and I prefer a more mature sculpt more often than not, although obviously I'm aware that the SD10 is not exactly mature, but she can pass in my very, very weird imagination as a 19-year-old, which is okay. I would like to get her a different body at some point. She is on the SD10, which only has, like, it's a solid block of torso and abdomen and hips basically, so she can only move her legs, which does make sitting really difficult. This was really hard to get her to sit straight on here, but I did manage it in the end, fortunately. It's much easier to slouch a doll if it does have the chest joint. The SD13 bodies do have the chest joint, but again, the mobility on those isn't that great. The graffiti body has a lot more mobility. It has peanuts in the elbows, I believe, and possibly double jointing in the knees, I think. So it is a possibility that I may get her graffiti body. She is not as old as my Emma, so she's more evenly and lightly yellowed. So it might be that I could get a graffiti body that will look like a good match, I think, with my Emma, because she's quite yellow. Finding a match with a more modern body for her probably wouldn't work, but I'm okay with Nora being on the SD13 body that she came with. Again, I got Nora as a really good deal on eBay. She was a full set, but I have lost her full set clothes in a move, basically. I have no idea where they went. They may turn up, they may not. One of the dilemmas of doll collecting is you put stuff somewhere and you think, I'm going to remember where this is, and then 2 years later you're like, where did I put those things? I have no idea. But I mean, I've had a move in the time space and they could have just got lost and might not ever surface again, to be honest. And it doesn't really matter in all, like, grand scheme of things, because I'm not really a great big fan of her full set outfit. And I had actually dyed aspects of it as well with tea staining, because it looked nicer, because I like the tea stain look, as you can tell. But all in all, it doesn't really matter anyway. I hope that you will enjoy my channel and the content that I produce. I hope to make some box opening videos and generally some doll chitty chat videos. Maybe some customizing videos, some sewing videos, some crafting videos. I hope that I can produce the level of cinematography that I would be proud of, but I am only human, so I am still learning. I don't have the best equipment or the best lighting. It's sunshine and showers today in true British style, and I have been battling the elements trying to get this set up to look anything near decent, but I think I have managed for now, and the sun is currently shining, so it's probably why it looks a bit brighter in here. I do want to get some lights eventually, but we'll see how it goes. For the time being, this works, and in the coming winter months, it is currently not anywhere near winter, but in the coming winter months I may need to actually have some lighting, but we'll see. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching my video, and I hope that you'll consider subscribing and perhaps watching some more in the future. From me and Nell, it is goodbye.